move into the stories we have for today, is the first one I want to take actually is this one is from Isaac Fayose, where he reveals the ongoing legal issues between himself and his tenants. And of course, the video is tagged ongoing legal issues between landlord and tenant. So let's quickly watch this one, and of course we'll be right back.
Early morning today, I'm in court, Abuja zone 6. I'm in court because my tenants, they took me to court that I am threatening their life. Threat to life. For nothing where I no do. They've been living in my house, over 25 of them, living in the estate for the past 3 years. They are owing rents of 287 million. Imagine almost 24 flats, a restaurant, owing that much in a prime area in Abuja. 3 years they've been hiding in court. And because our judiciary is weak, they are getting away with everything. So they are getting their adjournment. And even me, we, the owner of the house, we have spent nothing less than 48 million in different court cases with tenants, about 5 different courts for the past 3 years. How many lawyers will I have? Appearance fee, solicitor fee, this fee, service fee. Can you see how wicked we are in Africa? We blame our leaders. Those people, imagine this estate, if that is what I'm using to feed my family, you sure say I no go don't get stroke? God, Motaka Oshidano. The system doesn't encourage investors to come in. Is it good for investment? Can you stay abroad in someone's house for over 3 years and still be dragging him to all the courts in the world? Eniyan nika, ika leniyan. I'm in court now again for another case. Now court I did, so even see in front of our court. Is this normal?
Well, in as much as it's almost unbelievable to see 25 tenants, or is it 24 tenants, not having to pay for 3 years. The other aspect of me seeing of Isaac Fayose is showing us the front yard of the court. Like, why? Did you need to be that shady? But anyways, let's move on to what we're talking about. Femi Chacha, you know, I was wowed. I was like, is it really possible to owe for that long? And I asked the question. I said, could it be as a result of increment in, like, too much increment, maybe more than a 50% increment that could have resulted to that, and maybe they've been pleading earlier or something? Because I've heard of cases whereby they are tenants, and you know, maybe the person is paying, let's say, about 250,000, and all of a sudden, just you give like a month or 2 months notice, like increasing the rent to 1 point something from 250. That is over 100% increment. So I'm feeling like, could this have been the same case with Isaac Fayose, and they probably pleaded, or they probably felt this was outrageous, and like, you know, I don't know. What do you say, Femi Chacha?
You see, I need to say that for some of us that grew up seeing owning rental properties, except for short lets. I need to put that caveat. Except for short let, at this moment, take for instance, you put in close to like 250 million to put up a four flats, two bedroom each, and the people that want to rent it from you feel you are asking for something outrageous by demanding 2 million annually. But if you look at 2 million for 4 flats, 8 million, how many years will it take you to get your 250 million back? So now most times when because I'm privy to understanding how some of these things happen, you buy an abandoned property that has an old rate, but you put in so much renovations to you understand what I'm saying? Yes, to facelift it so that you can be able to charge new rates. Now most times you have problems with old tenants. That's why you see many people, when they want to do things like that, they eject They eject all the tenants, but people still see it as being wicked. But they eject all tenants because they don't see reasons why they should pay the new rate, irrespective of how much you put in to give it a complete facelift. So now when you give it that facelift, it's no longer the value of the previous property is no longer what counts now. It's the value of the new property that counts, and you have to charge as far as that is concerned. So some of them that live, but if you find out deeply, you find out that most of those that give serious issues like this have been living there before the entire phase, and they don't see reasons why they should pay that much. That's why we have wicked landlords that the first thing they do is to remove the roofs. When they then they come and put the signs, they make sure that the signs are put at the entrance so that you can't even enter, you can't even access your building anymore. Then you'll be the one begging them to say, please give us also weeks to move out. They will not want to go through courts or whatever. So, however, I still maintain that the problem of Nigeria is Nigerians. You know the funniest thing, some of these tenants are actually part of those also demanding for good governance. They are part of those holding probably their bosses at work accountable and thinking that we can't get a new Nigeria because of the kind of leaders, quote and unquote. But look at an opportunity for them to just be civil. On the other hand, there are landlords that are wicked. Let's be frank and sincere. I've seen landlords that my younger sibling rented an apartment on the island, and the year that she paid for has not expired, and they were telling her that because of the value of the property in the area right now, that she has to add so she's just 4 months into using her rent, and they told her point blank that you have to add 400,000 naira to what you paid, otherwise we will refund. We will refund completely because somebody else is willing to
pay.
Yes, somebody else is willing to pay.
Wow.
And I didn't have a choice. I had to cough it out. That's how wicked. So, and they will tell you point blank. It's a different thing if they're saying they don't want to refund or use your money and leave. No, they tell you point blank that please, should we issue a check or the money is available now? We refund.
Like you're ready to even pay back.
They're ready to pay back. If you're not ready to have that 400,000, is that because it's a prime area and it's accessible? It's just it's so probably maybe 100 naira or 200 naira to work. And if you calculate coming to live somewhere around here and calculate how much you spend in traffic and the other time, you find that it's easier for you to just live somewhere a stone throw to work because of your health. So in the long run, I think Nigerians just need to stop all this moral decadence. Nigerians generally, either the landlord or even the tenants.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, so my question to you, Mr. Machi, is what do you think could have been the response of the tenants to the landlord for it to have gotten this far in court? And what do you think can be done at this point? Because like Mr. Femi Chacha said, it all boils down to morals. It all boils down to being civil. Change starts from us. But first off, what do you think might have been the response of the tenants to the landlord for it to have gotten this far?
Okay, number one, I understand that it's a case that is already a subject of litigation. We don't want to prejudice the case, otherwise it amount to prejudice. However, I think what is necessary in this regard is our judiciary needs to be reformed. When we look at what the man is complaining, it borders on the delay. And that have made him spend so much. We have heard so many stories about dispensing judgment in Nigeria, so many stories about our criminal justice system and all of that. But what I can say is that let us have a total overhauling of our judiciary. So that if someone gets judgment quickly and it's not in your favor, you have right of appeal. You can pursue appeal up to Supreme Court before you know whether it goes in your favor or not. But it's difficult to dive into this particular issue because it's a subject of litigation. We cannot sit as juries and start adjudicating over a case that before a court of competent jurisdiction.
Okay, well, that being said, actually let's go a bit away from this. Just casually, this is a very big problem. If indeed you are owing him that lot, if for a fact what he's saying is entirely not his fault, and that is what is happening, what do you think can actually be done? Is it possible? Because obviously at this point it's as good as saying you can't evict them. You can't tell them to leave your house.
The option of settling out of courts.
Okay.
Is available. Even there is no rule guiding it. At every point in time, parties involved in a litigation can reach compromise, approach the court and say, for XY reason, we want to withdraw the case.
But these tenants, they are the one that dragged him to court too.
No,
yes.
the point, if you notice what he said, he said for threat of life.
Okay.
Meaning the allegation would have come
Before.
after
Okay.
the initial case in court.
Okay. Okay.
So that's why I say all of this is subject to education, because even the threat of life is an allegation.
Yes.
It's only the court that have what it takes to prove whether it was
right or wrong.
However, they can even decide to settle out of court, even with no matter the level they have gone to. If no matter level of conflict, it always ends on a round table. I want to tell you that even the Russia-Ukraine crisis, at the end of the day, is going to end on the round table. The what is it called? The Israel-Iran issue, the same thing. So the earlier you embrace round table, the better. So what I'm saying is, holistically speaking, there is every need to rejig our judiciary.
Okay, point noted. Well, that will be all on this topic. I think gratitude. Let's go to the next one. But I just want to say this to tenants, especially. Sometimes we also have to understand. Yes, the economy is not smiling and all of that. But I don't know what could actually be so wrong that you take your landlord, even knowing after that 3 years you've not paid rent. And like he said, thank God he's not feeding from that. You just render him, I don't know.
That is the area I was going. The man had just spoken. It's possible he's correct. It's possible he's not
wrong.
correct.
Yeah.
And the court is in a position to do that. He have made an allegation that they are owing him.
For
so
3
we
years.
don't know whether they owe him or
Yeah.
not. It is the court that can determine. That's why I say it's a subject of litigation.
Yeah.
Let us leave it at that.
Yeah, that's why I'm actually advising the public to actually avoid owing rent. Can you just rent the one that you know you can afford? Don't go for something you just have the money right now and you feel like, okay, there's going to be a continuity. Continuity is a major thing. It's very important. It's not about me paying for 2 years and you're certain, you're not even sure if you can pay for the 3rd year. You have to start moving, or you have to start begging, or probably resorting to this. So please, let's do right by ourselves.